All right, so I want to talk about something that has changed my life, and I really want to recommend it to everybody. So this video is going to be about why I wake up so early. Now, before I do, I want to go into what we all hear and what we all know about like waking up early, right? Like I'm sure you guys have all seen those videos about like the I don't want to say corny, but you know those videos where it's like, want to change your life, wake up at 5:30. Or you want to do this, obviously you guys know, like, or I don't know if you know, but it's like a trend, like the whole Mark Wahlberg thing where he's like, he wakes up at 4 every day and everything and all that stuff. And, there's so many benefits that you see waking up early, but none of them actually get to you, or like none of them are able to convince you. And I'm laughing because I'm talking about myself, right? So the first time like I would wake up early was like when I was like younger. Like the idea of wanting to wake up early was so good to me. Like, I'm talking about like middle school days. I spent extra long doing my hair and stuff, whatever. But then fast forward high school, I would wake up like 15 minutes before like going to school or anything completely. I just wanted to just kind of just wake up because I love sleep. I would sleep late and everything like that. And then college, it was even worse, right? I feel like everyone has that story. But now as an adult, I was kind of like repeating the same thing I did in college. And I would like wake up, I would wake up like 20 minutes before work, right? Depending on how far I worked and everything. And I was okay with that. But the truth was I was always exhausted, right? I was always super tired. And then that's when all those videos started coming up about how like, hey, you should wake up early. Like, it's a good idea. It'll help you this, and like take an hour to meditate, all that stuff, and what yada this, yada that. And ironically, this all tied in with, the fitness. Like, obviously, like the first video, this is my year, like I'm working out, and I found myself being so tired to go to the gym after work. Plus, I hate going to the gym at 5 o'clock. Like, when I used to work out in high school, like I would get out of school, go straight to the gym. It wasn't too bad. But going to the gym at 5 o'clock is a nightmare. Like, I would literally fight everyone with the bench or go to squat. Like, whatever day it is, I feel like it's the national day for that, right? Like, I even moved my chest day to like Thursday because that's like national leg day, and nope, same thing. So I was like, this is like the worst, right? So I said, okay, let me start going to the gym in the morning. And for a while, I feel like that's why I couldn't get my footing in when like losing weight, because I feel like it was just so hard. Like, I kept oversleeping, whatever. And this is where I tell you my support system comes in, right? So my wife is a teacher and she works at an elementary school. So she has to be up super early. And I laugh because of the difficulties that come with that. But I said, you know what? I really need to start waking up early to go to the gym. And, she would wake me up right before she left, and I would go to the gym. And that's when I first noticed waking up early was amazing. Something about waking up, fighting your sleep, getting ready. My wife makes me coffee. So just like, I always fight her waking up. But like, I drink that coffee, I get the energy that I need. I hit the gym, I go, take a morning shower. I feel great. Something about that makes my day just feel so like refreshed, right? And so I literally just started doing that. And, it was making me feel better. Plus, it was fixing my sleep schedule because I was waking up so early, right? I was going to, I was going to sleep even earlier, right? But this is why I'm making this video. Because if that was where it's ended, then great. I just have a good time to go to the gym. But this is more than just fitness. I started waking up when she was leaving, right? Around maybe 6:50-ish. And even though that was good, I was losing weight. I had enough time to get dressed, to go to work and everything. I started thinking like, man, if I feel this good, I want to wake up earlier, right? So it originally started with me wanting to just spend the mornings with my wife, like instead of her just waking me up right when she's leaving the door, I was like, how else can I see her? Because being a teacher, she goes to sleep so early and I go to sleep so late at the time. So it was like we were not even like seeing each other. So I was like, you know what I wanted? So I told her to wake me up when she woke up, right? She started doing that. I started waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, technically she wakes up at 5:30 to get dressed, and just that day to start with my wife, and like, we'll talk about, what she's doing. We'll eat breakfast together sometimes, we'll just, just spend that, feels like an hour, but like 40 minutes together. Especially now that like I do what I do, right? I know I'm like all over the place, but I started doing this. So at first I started waking up like 6:50, 6:45 to go to the gym. Now I'm waking up at like 6 o'clock to be with her. And I feel even better. And it's not even just because of her. Like, this is how I wake up. This is how my day starts, right? So I wake up, and first thing I do, brush my teeth, spend the time with my wife, right? One thing we started doing, which I love that we could do this, before she leaves for work, before I leave for the gym, we pray together, right? That's like a priority. I tell her, I was like, do not leave the house until we pray together, and I'll pray for her, and we'll pray for each other for our day and everything. And that's been such a blessing too. So I wake up, spend that time with my wife. Before she's about to leave, we do the prayer. She leaves, right? She leaves around 6:45. For those 15 minutes that I'm alone, I continue the trend. I dedicate those 15 minutes to God. Like, I literally just wake up, spend the time with my wife, eat breakfast. By then, the coffee's already halfway done. And I'm just like thanking God for waking me up, and I'm like so grateful. And I just I've been going on YouTube, listening to like different like church music and like I guess church podcasts and stuff. And I just listen to the prayers and everything. By 7 o'clock, warm up starts. So I'm going out. I know you guys seen the videos. I go out to the front porch and I just jump rope. And sometimes it's funny, people look at me weird because they see my camera, right? And they're walking their dog and they don't want to be in the video. So I've seen them do like parkour, trying to fight, not getting the video. And I hate being an inconvenience, but so I'm doing that. I jump rope for about 15 minutes to get my body like, warmed up. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really wake up until that session. Like, I could be like talking to my wife or talking to God and I'm just like half asleep and I feel awake, but until I jump rope, that's when I'm awake. That's why I do that before I even go to the gym, because I want to be up when I'm driving, right? That's usually when the sun goes up, and this is like the most like best drive I take, right? So as soon as I'm done with that, I go inside, I switch over my shoes, I get ready for the gym, I head off to the gym, and that ride is just like my thoughts. I don't even play music to hype myself up, right? And I still got the coffee, I'm still hyped, and I'm just like thinking about my day, right? And that's like, that drive is like, it's a short drive, it's only 10 minutes to the gym, but something about that drive just like I look forward to that drive. That's like, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? Like, how am I gonna be at work? What am I gonna have for lunch? Like, I think about everything. That's usually when I get like, my wife usually texts me, making sure that I stood up after she left. But anyway, so then there I am. I get to the gym. We're 7:25, 7:30-ish, right? I'm there. I go in, and whatever day that is, whatever, like if it's chest day, whatever, I do it. No fight. I'm talking about there's a pin drop. You do have 3 types of people at the gym that morning, right? Like, at least I've noticed, you got the bodybuilders that their lives are working out, the huge, whatever. Then you got like the older people that they're working out, trying to avoid the crowd, right? And then you have like the pre-work, like working out before work, because they always come in, they're like in joggers, and I see them leave the gym with like a suit and tie and stuff. But besides those people, like, it's very, 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 very empty. I don't have to fight to go, whatever. Depending the day will depend on how intense and how long the workout is, because I'm a strong believer if you can have a really decent, like a really good workout in 30 minutes, that beats like a lame workout for an hour, right? So I would say majority of the time I'll probably be done with the gym around 8:15. I head back. That's that drive is always longer, and at that point I'm listening to music, I'm already prepared for the day, I'm exhausted. That drive usually takes about 15 minutes because of like school and traffic and stuff. So I get home, 8:15, 8:20. That's when I'll drink my protein shake, or I'll do like a breakfast, whatever. From that point, I shower, I change, I get ready, and I get to work early, which back when I was doing the waking up 15 minutes before work, I would always get to work late, to the point where my boss would get so mad. But not only was I going to work late, I was going to work, had just woken up. I didn't have that time to process. So by the time like I was actually working, it was like 10 o'clock. I'm telling you, waking up early, you can still have that foggy feeling, right? I feel like when you wake up, depending what you do, you will be foggy for a while. But waking up like 3 hours, 2 hours earlier, you already passed that foggy feeling. So I come into work with a smile. I come in with like the mindset where it's like, let's go. You know what I mean? I don't even care if the first person that comes in is a Karen. Like, I'm just ready for that day. You know what I mean? And I love waking up early because it has changed my perspective of my time as well. Like when you wake up at like 20 minutes before you have to do whatever, right? You're automatically on a rush mode. You don't have time to think. You don't have time to like thank God or anything like that. You're like rushing, whatever, getting all your things done. And then after work, you have a bunch of energy too, because of, the fact that you just, your day started 20 minutes before work. You're doing all this stuff. And I was going to sleep at like 12 o'clock because I had so much energy. There was so much things I had to do. And there's nothing to do at 12 o'clock, right? Like, I have different projects I'm working on. Like I just opened a new line, or new brand, Focus, right? And I've been working on so many new things during the night, but there's no time to advertise, no time to plan, no nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like your days, even though they can feel shorter, there's like almost like a limit to what you can do. Waking up early, you can do so much before your day even starts at work. Like waking up early, like while in those drives at the gym, I'm thinking about, all right, well, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna, like how am I gonna do my clothing brand? Where am I gonna advertise? Like I'm doing so much more before my day even starts, that after like work, that's when I can just like focus on the plan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but basically waking up early has been one of the biggest like blessings in my life. I advise everyone to at least try it. All right. The first week you do it, it's going to be hell. It's going to be miserable. You're going to be like falling asleep during work. You're going to be exhausted. The second week you do it, like midway, you'll start to realize I should have been doing this like forever. You know what I mean? And people could have different reasons. I know there are people I know that they just like it to see the sunrise. I know they like, to hear the birds call. They just do their walks or whatever like that. But I'm telling you, if you could find your reason, like mine being fitness, wanting to hang out with my wife, wanting to dedicate time to God, if you could find your reason, let it be. But you will feel so much better waking up early. It would be the best.